This Friday on Plug.
Oh, the tlof-tlof guy.
That's the only thing I remember from that episode.
Are there some expectations that are really unreasonable despite whatever context you
I'm looking for men just looking for sex. Men just looking for
Talk to me. I'm that guy.
so much wounds and brokenness that needs to be healed for us to become healthy.
That's serious. That's deep.
Yeah.
You need to
You
work.
don't put your life on hold because someone is not behaving properly. There's no one that's responsible for you but you. You make me happy. You make me sad.
Be completely.
Yeah, he doesn't want her. He wants his mother.
When experience speaks, we listen.
Yeah. What are the benefits of adopting this?
Love wearing, and after a while it wears off. But a love that offers you dignity and respect.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it now.
If you don't pray with me, I will still pray.
Yeah.
Yes. Come
Yes.
on.
Some of them don't even have the emotional capacity to become some of the things she's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Well, hi friends and family, welcome to Plug. Welcome to the plug that keeps you plugged in. Thank you for joining us this beautiful day, and we are glad and excited as always to have you join us. Remember to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that every time we post, you are updated of our new content, because you do not want to miss out. Beke, libeke.
Yes, sure.
So if you're in here for the first time, or if you're a returning subscriber, welcome. We are always happy. And in case you don't know who this guy is,
Which guy? That one over there?
this one here. We're getting there. I am back. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. I'm the child of the Most High God. I'm blessed and highly favored, the chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a nation belonging to God, to declare the praises of Him who has called me out of darkness, as I always say, into the wonderful world of relationships. And I am not alone, as it is very obvious.
Yes, as always, thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning. Thank you for choosing Plug as the channel of your choice. Thank you for engaging our content. Thank you for participating. That makes us who we are. And as Mega said, welcome to Plug, where we continue to challenge existing relationship narratives and negotiate for alternatives. We exist to continue to seek to understand relationships, romantic relationships for that matter, as God's design for humanity.
Yep.
And if you are here for the first time also, and you do not know me, nagi opa wagara malegana gumnar nom sudo wakatra fasa wa shadru gatagas gigdan gamazul gamno tuturusa gi goblo bertabaturu maru mutul ko mari tsani buda komu utwara mutu. And if you have been to Plug, friends, before, or if you have not been at Plug before, we have a friend of this channel, a very close friend of this channel. The last time he was here, he was talking about tlof-tlof. And we had an interesting conversation here. So friends, I want to let our guest introduce himself to those who are here for the first time.
All right. Well, I don't have words as these guys, so I'll keep it simple. I'm Reverend Errol Carrim. I am at Nazarene Theological College here, working as the operations manager, and where Dr. Carrim is the principal. And I spend most of my life just loving working with people, helping with relationships, and paying attention to the human existence as God designed us to be. So I am really thrilled to be with these two guys here, to think that they will think they want me to give input on this program. I'm honored. So those of you who know me, you know who I am. Those of you who don't know me, you're about to know who I am. So
oh yeah, sure.
So thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Rev.
It's interesting. Sorry, I was telling somebody who our guest is today, and then I said your name. It's like, oh, the tlof-tlof guy.
That's the only thing I remember from that episode.
Yes. No. Thank you very much, Rev, for joining us and for setting your time aside to come and have a conversation with us. on top of many other things that Rev Errol does, he really show up wherever he's requested to, as long as he can. But he's a person of relationships. He's a certified life coach, and also he's a counselor. I mean, he talks to couples, he talks to individuals. He's a life coach. He does all of those things that has to do with the relationships between people and other people and God and people and themselves, kind of thing. So he does all of those things. So he has a wealth of knowledge that we all can learn from. And I've said in a previous episode that we had him, I said, an African proverb said, a wise man sitting sees further than the young man standing. So even if we can be standing in wisdom and experience, nothing can beat that. And we are here to harness. We are here to draw from that wisdom. Yeah.
Good.
Yep. And I mean, I heard you talk about your interest in people, and you have this thing for relationships, and we've been talking about what men and what women want, kind of been debating around it and trying to explore this topic. And I mean, I guess you've come across that in conversations.
Yes.
So we as the pluggers want to know, is it the right question to ask what men want going into a relationship? Is that the question I want to entertain? Saying, what do I expect from this woman that I'm getting into a relationship with?
And I think you asked the right thing. Is that the right question to ask? I don't think it's the right question to ask, because there is no general expectations. Context makes a lot of difference. How someone was raised, what they expect in life. So, for example, if you want to ask what men want, if you have a guy who's been raised where his mother has done everything for him, he's never been taught to do anything. Mother picks up after him, so now he's in the world of adulthood, and he's have a job and everything else. And so, what does he want in a woman? Okay. Right? If he meets some woman who is a professional, she's responsible, she thinks people have to be responsible for themselves, and he doesn't want her. Sure. He wants his mother. Oh. So he want a woman who is going to come and pick up after him and all of that, So we can't say what men want, or what women want, because there's no general answer to that question.
Yeah. Okay.
I think what we need to ask ourselves is, what am I looking for?
Okay, sure.
That has to be the question. What are my values? What are my expectations? And a very popular writer and pastor in the U.S., Andy Stanley, many years ago, I heard him said a phrase. I think I used it in the last episode I was on with you guys. Become the person you are looking for is looking for.
Yeah.
See?
Sure.
So what you're trying to do here is not put expectations and say, well, I'm looking for a man for this. Who am I? And what are my values? What are the things that are going to help me to fully realize who I am as a person? Sure. And so that's going to set the standard for the man that's going to be in your life. Or don't ask yourself, what are men looking? Men looking for? Men just looking for sex? Men just looking for a servant at home? Men just looking for a woman who will just take care of them? But it's the other way is true as well.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm saying you can't use a general statement, what are men looking for, to think there are some general answers that you will get to that.
Okay.
Sure.
So what you are basically saying is relationships are tailor-made. And also I don't know, you will correct me, and I think I hear you saying it all starts with me.
Yes.
Kind of thing. I mean, we've already kind of given you context from this conversation in terms of that particular video when this lady was articulating what men want. What do you think about that video?
And I think she's speaking, like I'm saying, from her perspective.
Okay.
This is her worldview. This is how she sees it. This is how she probably has experienced it.
Okay.
This is probably how some of her friends around have talked about it. But how many people will listen to that and think, well, I need to become this. I need to become that. Yeah. When some of them don't even have the emotional capacity to become some of the things she's talking about.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we need to deal with the context of the individual and say, what about me? And some of us have so much wounds and brokenness that needs to be healed for us to become healthy for relationships, that we can't be looking for someone to come and be all of the things that we need, when a lot of it is our own brokenness, our own broken needs that's driving the conversation. So yeah, I mean, I would say what she's saying there, that's her lens from where she finds herself, and I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying she can't be saying that is what everybody ought to be out here trying to do, because the context makes a difference. A person's emotional capacity to become certain things, to deal with certain things in their lives will determine, how that relationship will go for them.
Just a follow up on that. And you talked about how our context have shaped the way we are and what we expect. Right. Are there some expectations that are really unreasonable, despite whatever context you come from? Are there ways that we need to, because here in the South African context, one would say that a lot of guys would say that women are after money. That's what they expect from a relationship. So is it a bad thing to say, I want a man who's stable, who has money, who is making a 6-figure salary?
You could say that.
Yeah.
But what happened when he loses the job? And he can't produce a 6-figure salary. I can be looking for another man that produces a 6-figure salary. Sure. So you have to have something that has more meaning than the temporal things around you.
They will tell you that it has meaning, Rev.
No, I said more meaning. I'm saying more meaning.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because he loses his job, or something happens, right? What happened to that relationship? What is it based on then? See, so what I'm saying is, the 6-figure should be a benefit out of the relationship. It shouldn't be what the relationship is built on.
Okay.
So in the event that the 6-figure goes away, in the event that the health goes away, in the event that the sex that you expected goes away, what are we left with? Are we going to still have a relationship? You see, so that's what I'm saying. It has to be something greater meaning than something as temporal as a 6-figure, to say, yeah, it's important. Yeah. We need to live well. We need to, and especially people who've come out from a place where they've had to struggle. They don't want to do that. They've seen their parents struggle, their grandparents struggle. They want to be okay, and I'm all for that. But if you build a relationship on that, you better be prepared to know it wouldn't go deep. Because when thing changes, that relationship is going to change. Okay,
I like that. I think that's very deep. I'm just trying to think now. I want to put myself in a position of this man that this lady is describing.
Right.
I want someone who will be my sanity, someone who will pray for me, someone who will be my peace, someone when the world is fighting against me, who will fight with me and for me. I am that guy. I want someone who will be my peace, someone who will do all of those things. Talk to me. I'm that guy. Talk to me.
Yeah, and you see, again, when you start that conversation now, where I'm saying the first person that's responsible for you is you.
Okay.
It's not the boyfriend or the girlfriend. And we do that all the time. We put that on somebody else and say, you make me happy, you make me sad, you
complete me.
Yeah, and you see him talking to someone now and you're upset and you're not eating and you're destroying yourself for someone else. And I usually say to people, your first responsibility have to be you.
Yeah, sure.
Because when you take care of you and you're at your best, you could deal with the stuff that's coming your way.
Yeah, sure.
So to say that it's someone, pray with me, but if you don't pray with me, I go still pray.
Yeah.
Yes. Come
on. Oh yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Because if I'm saying if you don't pray with me, I wouldn't pray, and I deal with a lot of couples like that, and I have to say, listen. If this man is not praying, that doesn't mean, the one man to be the head of the home and to do all the, I said, but it's your life. Yeah. You don't put your life on hold because someone is not behaving properly.
Oh yeah.
You need to take responsibility for your life.
Don't put your life on hold because someone is not behaving properly.
Then what you're doing, you're beginning to destroy your life by their bad behavior. And at the end of the day, then they leave you and you end up with a destroyed life and they move on. Why are you doing that? And ultimately, there's no one that's responsible for you but you. What you let in, what you let out, what you let people do to you, not do to you, that is your responsibility. And you can't be so needy, and if you're that needy, you need to get some help, that you will surrender yourself to someone else's brokenness and someone else's emotional pain, where they mistreat you, and you are staying there thinking, because I need this. What you really need is to get some help. So you can take care of yourself.
Guys, you have heard. I mean, that's. I mean, it brings humor, but that's serious. That's deep.
Yeah.
You need to work with you. You need to get. You need to get help. What I'm hoping that this have done is, you have kind of shaken certain things, and you have helped us to begin to think of certain things and to say, oh, no, this is toxic. This is toxic. This is toxic. This is not right. This is not right. You have kind of helped us to ground ourselves and help us to ask ourselves those difficult questions. That was big.
And that is the thing that and maybe I'll put a plug for something you probably already did, but I'll be willing to come back and do with you here. To come and talk about red flags in relationships.
Yes.
What are the things that tells us this is not healthy?
No, you're always welcome to come.
because this is one of the things that young people miss.
Yeah, sure.
They don't realize that this will become toxic. This is already toxic, but they can't notice it.
Yeah.
Because they have surrendered themselves for what they want from this relationship, and as a result, they're willing to take a lot of things that begins to destroy them, and their lives end up, the dreams that they have is now gone, because they surrendered themselves to someone who in themselves needed some help, and ended up damaging them as badly or worse than they themselves are damaged, and then they leave them there.
Hey, that's hectic. That's a lot of stuff there. Guys, what do you think? How soon do you want Rev Errol to be here? I'm ready. Let's do it now. Kind of thing. I think that's. No, we will. I'm sure we will appreciate that, and I'm sure you pluggers will definitely appreciate that. Any last words, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, just to conclude, we're competing with a lot of worldviews that are on the digital space. A lot of people are putting out their opinions and about relationships even. So we're talking about it from a godly perspective. If we just quickly have to, in light of what we said, what are the benefits of adopting this godly worldview into relationships?
Good question. So now I can tell you there's some fundamentals you could look for in a relationship. You could say what you want from a man, or what a man wants from you, or what a man should expect that is in a healthy space. One is to respect you, to treat you with respect, and dignity as a human being. That should be across the board, whether in South Africa or whether you're in the US, wherever. Every human being ought to be treated with dignity and respect, and you will know. Don't allow people, and we could talk about it in the red flags, but don't allow people to mistreat you in the name of loving you. Your boundaries would be a sign of your respect. Do you respect my boundaries or not? I mean, you don't respect me. To be heard. If you're in a relationship, you want to be heard. You don't want to be shut down or told, it's in your mind, or you're not making any sense, or so you lose your voice. You want to be heard, and you want to be valued. Don't be called names and be treated in a derogatory way and be made to feel that, as a little person. And those are general human kindness that exist in the realms of being, a follower of Jesus Christ and being a Christian. You should be loved and honored, and not this kind of a emotional love way, and after a while it wears off, but a love that offers you dignity and respect no matter what's happening. You are always treated well, and a relationship that says you are respected and you are heard and you are valued wouldn't put you down, wouldn't embarrass you, wouldn't do things to you to make you feel belittled, and controlled by other people. So those are the things I would say that we come with as from a Christ perspective, to say you have value in Christ. You have value as a person. Don't surrender that value to anyone in pursuit of a relationship. Because that's where you step off from seeing yourself as God sees you to now seeing yourself the way human wants to see you. Let that be what helps you to be the person that when you enter a relationship, you can tell this is good, or you can tell, this is not good. I need to leave.
Those are my closing words.
Yes, guys. When experience speaks, we listen.
Yeah,
we don't make.
sure.
We don't try to. We listen. And thank you very much. I think that was
yeah,
a great
yeah,
closing remark.
yeah.
Friends, thank you for joining us. Thank you for
Yes.
chilling with us. Thank you for joining us as we had this wonderful episode. You will hear more from Rev Errol because we are planning to have him here. Bekeli. Thank you for tuning in. Remain plugged. Remain connected from the three of us.
Yes.
Ciao.
This production was brought to you by Imago Day Media.